Hey, Grace Covenant family, this past Sunday we launched a new series called Don't Drink the Poison. Like, who would ever think about drinking poison? Like, if I handed you a bottle and it had the skull with the crossbones on it, signifying that it was poison, I said, hey, drink this, you would say, man, you're crazy, I'm not gonna drink that. Yet, what I discover quite often is that we're drinking the poison. We drink the poison of offense that becomes bitterness in our lives. So in this sermon series, we're talking about just the whole concept of, listen, you have a choice. I have a choice. And the choice is whether we're going to be offended or not, whether we drink the poison or not. Because here's the reality. As we're doing life and as we're engaging in relationship, this is what I can guarantee you. You're going to get offended. Someone's going to offend you. Matter of fact, if you hang out long enough with me, I'll offend you. Because here's the reality. We're faulty human beings. We say wrong things. We do wrong things. There's actions and there's reactions. And in that, from time to time, people get offended, or I would offend you, and it would certainly never be intentional, but it will happen. So then the question becomes, how are you going to respond to the offense? Are you going to drink the poison? You know, there's an interesting passage of scripture in the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, specifically verse 25, that talks about guarding our heart. And it's interesting, if you look deeper into that verse, there's this Greek word episkopos, which literally means bishop. And in that passage of scripture, it's actually saying that we are the bishop, we're the overseer of our hearts, which means this: you and I get to determine what we allow to settle into our hearts. Just the other day, I was driving down the road, bit of road rage played out. I'm not certain what I did. I'm certain I probably made a mistake. I'm not that good of a driver. But anyway, a gentleman came past me and he gave me that one finger wave. And at that point, I had a decision to make. Like, am I going to get offended? Am I going to make some statement against this guy who I didn't even know? Or am I just going to let it pass? Now, in that situation, obviously I chose to let it pass. Like, I'm not going to take offense at someone who's offended me. And I think every day as we're processing life, you and I have that opportunity as to whether we're going to drink the poison or not drink the poison. So as we looked at this passage of scripture in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 14 and 15, there's really three things that we talked about. You want to work toward peace in every situation. In other words, look for those places where you can build unity rather than division. The second thing we talked about is choose the high road of grace. You know, we love to receive grace, but we need to be those who give grace to others. So in my relationships, I'm not going to drink the poison. I'm going to choose the high road of grace. And the third thing we said is don't allow the offense to create bitterness in your life. Because if it becomes bitterness in your life, it's then that bitterness that you live out. In other words, it becomes poison for someone else. Here's a closing thought. To live offended is like drinking poison and waiting for someone else to die. So here's my challenge to you. Don't drink the poison. Rather, choose to give blessing to others as you're living out your life. God bless you.